So you're thinking of moving to Lakeville, Minnesota. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do a map tour to give you the ins and outs of Lakeville, some of our favorite spots, commutes to major areas in the Twin Cities, such as downtown, to big corporations in the area, but also to the airport, because it is one of those places that people like to go for business and, of course, for pleasure. Stick around, because there's a few hidden gems that we're going to show you that you may not know about unless you're tuned in to people who live in the area.
So one of the first communities that we want to highlight is the Spirit of Brantjen. It's a great community. I'd love to live there.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's got some really great features. It has 2 pools. One is more kid focused. It's got a great community center, and actually 2 community centers and a fitness area. It has a range of prices for the actual homes, where there are townhomes available. And then they range from $445 to $525.
Yeah, and then the single family homes are $625 to $900,000 plus. And I just want to go back. I've actually attended a party at the barn, the original barn. It's a great place. It's actually beautiful, and you can use that as a member of the community. So I do love too. There's a lot of parks, and I will say the one good and bad thing is it's a great huge community, but you can get lost in there.
Sure, we have gotten lost. We have some friends that live there, and it's a great place to visit. Lots of walking paths.
Yes. And then they actually have a really cool light display for Christmas. And there's one street in particular, and we're not going to share it because you have to come check it out yourself or let us help you tour the place. But they actually run lights between the different homes. So they go back and forth, zigzagging through that street with Christmas lights. It's amazing. Except for one of our kids fell asleep the one time. So they totally missed the light display, and they woke up and we're already gone. So we said, we'll have to come back again later. So it's a really, really fun community. Like I said, it has so many different things to do in it. It has, townhomes to single family homes to detached townhomes. It's a great community, but it's also close to shopping. You have walking distance to the Hy-Vee coffee shop. It has a yoga studio. It has gas station right by there, and it has oil changes. I think it's a Valvoline or a Speedy type oil place. I'm getting the name wrong. I think it is Valvoline. And then it has trying to think all the other shops nearby that you should check out. And she's zooming in so you'll be able to see, but there's a lot of shopping just in that little area. And there's another new business coming in, currently under construction. So
yeah, this area is growing. Target's right here, Hy-Vee. And then this area is developed right now. There's a lot of different restaurants available there. Starbucks is there, all your essentials that you might need. And then it's got great access to, you're pretty close to Highway 3. If you wanted to, you can go north on that, or you could connect up with 52, which is another main road. Otherwise, you're able to quickly get across to 35, which is one of the main routes if you're going to be heading to the downtown area of Minneapolis.
There is a neighborhood just to the north of there as well, if you wanted to check it out. It's a pretty good walking path. It's definitely over a mile, maybe longer than a mile. It's right where Diamond Path and 46R is, just to the west of there on the map. That's that big lake right there. It's a fun path.
It is.
We've had some funny things happen there. We saw someone out there trying to ice fish when there is open water. Like I said, Minnesota has a lot of different very distinct seasons, and one of those is ice fishing, and we've seen people ice fishing out in that lake. It's a man-made lake, but it's actually a lot of fun during the summer too. They have a little athletic area
right here,
right where it says Orchard Path, where you can actually outdoor workout equipment.
This is the outdoor
That's it.
Equipment.
Kids love that. Every time we have to go there. Several parks around that lake too.
This is another park, and there's another park over here too. So it's honestly a really fun place. And then you're closer, there's some ice cream available and some of these little businesses here, so you can park and walk around the lake or bike. Kids like to stop and play at the park, so it's pretty fun. That's another great community too, with a lot of these are all homes surrounding the lake too, so that's another really fun option too, that's close to a lot of the conveniences that you might be looking for.
Yeah, it's a busy area, but you don't feel it unless you leave the neighborhood. Quite honestly, if you're in that neighborhood of Brantjen Farms, you don't even know that there's all this going on around you, which is a good thing, because you might think, oh, there's a lot of stuff around here. It's going to seem noisy. It's really not. Drop a comment below if you're thinking about moving to this area. We respond to every single comment that we get.
And then this is another major road as well. County Road 46 is another. This would give you quick access to the freeway right there.
And it actually goes all the way across to Hastings, which is over 20 miles probably to the east. And it's a beautiful area too, which I'm sure we'll highlight in a near future town that we're going to talk about. But like I said, it's great access. County Road 46, you're close to Cedar Avenue, you're close to 35. You're close to Highway 52, which is to the east, and that's going to bring you all the way south down to wonderful cities like Red Wing and all the way down to Rochester, which is, if you know what the Mayo is, which it's a world-renowned hospital, that is another, place you can get to in pretty quick distance.
Yeah, Rochester's right here, so hour and 15 minutes.
Right.
Potentially from, depending on where you're at in Lakeville.
Yeah.
So very close, especially if you do want to have that really high-quality medical care close for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So in the next community we wanted to highlight too, there's honestly so many great options, but Avonlea is another well-known community that people are pretty interested in.
Yeah, and the smaller homes in that area are townhomes. They're going to range anywhere from $490,000 to $550,000. The high-end, more expensive homes, $600,000 to about $640,000-ish will be the price. So it's a pretty big community. When Lakeville first introduced this community, I believe they were saying about 1,000 homes were supposed to be brought to this development. So you can see the clubhouse here. It's a really nice clubhouse. There's a space to meet inside or outside. And there are a lot of little man-made lakes again that are out here for walking around. Lakeville has hundreds of miles of walking paths. 150
miles.
So you can absolutely find a walking path or a bike path to hop on and just enjoy, like I said, you're in a city that's growing rapidly, but you can also find, nature. You can be on these paths walking, and you'll see geese and ducks and squirrels.
Too many geese.
A lot of geese. That's okay. We won't get into that today. But you're really close again. Even this Avonlea neighborhood across the I don't want to say street, Cedar Avenue. There's Cup Foods, and there's another strip mall over there. Again, Caribou Coffee. They have an ice cream shop. They've got a great restaurant, Barley and Vine, that we love going to. It's one of our favorites. Has a great outdoor patio, and that's if you're looking for
in this area.
A quick bite and you just want to go and stop in for a drink or an appetizer or a meal. Very, very unique. It's been several restaurants, to be honest, over the last couple of years. This one's stuck, which we love. So it's a great restaurant. Like I said, you have there's a Mexican restaurant in the strip mall. There's a Spectrum. Get your cell phone. You can walk around and get your coffee. You can get some pho if you like that kind of food. So it's got a nice range of different things. You can get your oil changed in the same strip mall. Some more restaurants and McDonald's. You maybe have heard of McDonald's. There's one over there too. So it's literally, you got to go up to the intersection, cross over, and you have ability to find a few things you might need. So
the Cedar Avenue is another major route. So it turns into Highway 70. So then you can easily get to, you just head on up this, and then it connects to 35E. And so it's a great location for access to any of the major roads that you might need to access. Yeah. And then I was going to highlight too that it's close to Lifetime, which is right over here too, which if you're interested in health clubs, that's another great feature that is available right here is where Lifetime is at. And then some great parks too. We actually, when our kids were littler, they loved King Park. It's a really fun park, and it's got, you can even bring, if you have kid golf clubs, there's like a little mini putt option right there too. So just some fun things available in the community too. If you're thinking about moving to Lakeville, Minnesota, we post videos every week. So please be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out.
And they also have next to King Park it's called Miracle Field. So it was made for kids with special needs. So you can actually, it's a smaller park, but it's set up just that alone. So it's a really cool thing. There are other baseball fields around there, as you can see, but it's a really fun thing that was developed for the community, recognizing that there's all kinds of needs in the community and they're rising to that need. So
some close to some of the schools too. So there's a lot of schools, and Lakeville is well known for its high ranked school district too.
Yeah. And we'll talk about the borders in a little bit, but at this point, if you're in Avonlea, you're still Lakeville School District. Now, if you cross over the other side of Cedar Avenue, right where the mouse is right there, you're already into Farmington School District over there. And that border runs North Cedar to Dodd, which is a pretty major road. You can see Dodd. Once you hit Dodd, anywhere in that area to the north is now 196 School District, which is Rosemount, Egan, and Apple Valley. And then the interesting part, you cross to the west side of Cedar Avenue, which is, you see Foxborough Park. If you go a little bit further north of that, then again, it picks up, it's Lakeville till you get north of about Griffin Trail, you can see on the map. That's kind of the border again to 196. And that border for the school district 196 runs over to about that, on the north side, it's Burnsville, different school district. And it gets kind of interesting. Apple Valley over there, and then you keep going, and Burnsville is closer to Crystal Lake. So a lot of school districts in that little area. The borders can move at times, so that's something that if you're interested in a certain school district, we could help you with that. You should do your own investigating, of course, to which school and the needs that you have for kids, either now or in the future. But we definitely will drop that in the link below if you're interested in the school districts that we talked about as well.
The third community we wanted to highlight was Credit River. So while it's close to Lakeville, and still part of it would be in the Lakeville School District, some of it would be Prior Lake School District, but it's a different feel. If you're looking for a larger lot or maybe acreage, this could be a great place for you. It's a higher price range though, starting at around 900,000 is maybe on the lower end, and then $1 million plus. But definitely some great homes in that area with a little bit more of a country feel, but still close to all the conveniences, because still very close to the freeway here. So access, to quickly go wherever you might need to go, and then still within the Lakeville School District too.
Yeah, and this neighborhood, it's been ever growing and developing, and I remember even more than 20 years ago touring homes in this area, and they have some very unique homes there. I always talk about, I toured one that looked like a castle, like a lot of stone, and it had a movie theater in it, and it had like a wine cellar, which is becoming more popular, I'd say, in the higher end homes. But it was just
a neat wine cellar,
right? Very, very unique. Like I said, it's a township, but like I said, it's so close to Lakeville that most of it, or part of it, will at least have still the Lakeville school, or Lakeville schools, and Lakeville zip code, even though it's in the township. And it, like I said, its proximity is great. It's right next to, we kind of hovered over it, but it's there's a golf course very nearby there. So if you're into golf, there's actually more than one there, but Heritage is a little bit further out. But there are a lot of, within the range of Lakeville area, there are a lot of golf courses. You have Crystal Lake, which is a public golf course. You have Brackett's Crossing, which is a private golf course you have to be a member to. But there, you're close to a lot of things, as you can see over there, including that the Murphy Hanaron Park Reserve, which is great. Another place where you feel like you're walking around in the woods in the middle of nowhere, but there are paths over there as well. So if you're looking for more acreage, 1-2+ acres or more, that's a great place to start looking, is the Credit River Township.
Now we'll move on to some of our favorite areas that we love to just go and enjoy. So top of my list would be Antlers Park for Lakeville. They redid it maybe 3 years ago. I forget exactly how long it was, but it's honestly, now it's fantastic. It was good before, but it's a really nice beach to go to. The water's very clean. And now they created, let's see if you can see it here when you zoom in. They created a nice little restaurant, and there's also, if you wanted to host an event there's an event center. It's small, it doesn't host, I think, maybe 100 people roughly. But then they also have food there available. It's Lakeville Brewery has a small venue there, so you can get hamburgers and ice cream, and you could get a drink if you wanted to. And then you still have this great area to enjoy. You can see there's a large area for the beach. And they created a lot more parking because parking used to be kind of an issue there. But it's a really nice, and then there's a great park there too. So that's definitely one of our family's highlights that we like to go enjoy that beach area.
If you're in or decide to move to Lakeville, we love to attend what we can because there's a lot of activities. It's Panaprog. It's Panorama of Progress. It's the shortened version is called Panaprog. It started in the 60s in Lakeville. And that's a great place to watch fireworks if you can get in there. That's the hard part too. The fireworks brings a lot of people to the city. The celebration brings a lot of people to the city. But if you're like fireworks, which most people do, it's a fun place to watch the fireworks at Antlers Park. So that's another, it's one of our favorite places.
Then this is kind of the downtown area. So Lakeville does have still kind of a smaller town downtown area. So more of the older businesses, or I guess older established.
Drop a comment below if you're thinking about moving to this area. We respond to every single comment that we get. So now we're going to talk about Lakeville downtown, which is the original downtown of Lakeville. And there's a few places that have been standby places that have been around a long time. One is Babes. If you're from Lakeville and you grew up in Lakeville, you know Babes. It's the place everybody goes to when it's Thanksgiving the night before. It's a place that people go to that, especially downtown. If you live down there, you walk down there. Again, Panaprog, they host a massive tent there where they have sometimes really big bands that play there on usually Friday and Saturday night. So Babes, if you don't know what it is, because you didn't grow up here or you don't live here, you'll know what it is if you move to Lakeville because people talk about it. B52, as you can see on there, great place. They have kind of a hidden secret patio in the back. It's kind of a more private if you want to have lunch outside. There is a front patio too. And then
great burgers.
Yeah, great burgers and great food. Then you have Tapestry Coffee. Love that place. It changed owners a few years ago. It's been around as a coffee shop for a number of years now. Love that place. We do a lot of meetings there, not only with clients but friends too. Better Half, love that place. We've gone there several times for breakfast and lunch. We've also met clients there too. It's great food. It's an original place. It's
another fun patio too. Which we love patios, especially in Minnesota. We don't get to be outside all year long. So when it is nice outside, we love to eat outside.
Yeah, and I want to highlight a couple other places. Lakeville Brewing Company, really good food. They also,
like I'd mentioned, that has the location down by Lake Marion as well.
Yeah, big grassy open area in the summer. They have beanbag toss out there, picnic tables to eat. Great meeting place for friends and family. And then there actually is another brewery right next to their Angry Inch, which is literally neighbors to each other. So you can see it on the map right there, very close to each other. That one, no food, but they have food trucks at times that come in there and serve food while they're open for serving the beer there. And then I would also say the Dairy Delight
highlight this.
It's been around for a very, very long time. It's a very popular ice cream place downtown Lakeville. It's one of those places, if you're going to get ice cream, you got to stop at the Dairy Delight.
If you walk up there, there's no interior space. So it's just kind of an old school style, but definitely
very similar name to another dairy, you know what.
Yes.
So, and then we can't not skip past and talk about the Lakeville Arts Center because that is location for Taste of Lakeville, which it started out as a fairly small event that's hosted by the Lakeville Rotary Club. It's turned into a really, really, really large event. I think now they changed. It used to be May. I think it's now in the fall, if I'm not mistaken. So sorry you're catching me off guard here. But trust us if you want to taste area food and samples beyond samples of local beers and wines. That is such a fun event. Taste of Lakeville, it's a great event, and it's right there hosted at the Lakeville Area Arts Center. And they have lots of other events throughout the year. They have live music, plays. It's a great local spot for catching all kinds of different things throughout the year.
The other one we have to highlight because we finally got there is the Farmer's Cellar. So it's kind of fun, and it's a more pretty new speakeasy. So hidden speakeasy, you get in through behind this refrigerator cooler fake door, and great atmosphere, great food, and fun drinks too. So had to highlight that one as well.
Yeah, I mean it's actually Yeah, it's Prohibition time, decorated just as you expect it to be, known for their really great drinks, and like I said, small food menu, and that's fine because you're there for the atmosphere. It's a great place.
There's a patio we didn't see, but we'll have to go back. One of the great features of Lakeville, as you can see, it is really conveniently located off of the major freeways here. So we're connected to 35E, 35W, and then Lakeville just sits right off of it. So if you're relocating here for work, Minnesota does have 14 of the Fortune 500 companies located here. So, and then Lakeville could be a great option if you are commuting to any of those. So several of them are headquartered downtown. So we have, let's see, we have Xcel Energy, which is a big employer. We also have Target Corporation right there as well. Thrivent is another big one. So depending on the time of day that you'd be commuting, it could be 35 minutes. There's also the option to have the pass too. You could pay for, it's called Min Pass. So you just pay, there's a rate for the time that you're choosing, and it fluctuates throughout the day depending on if there's a heavier traffic, it might be more or less. So that's an option too. If you time it right, then it could still be, if you're going a little bit earlier than the normal rush hour, then it might not be as heavy. So it could still be a great option if you were choosing to work downtown. Lakeville could be an option for you as well. Some of the other ones in the area, General Mills headquarters, depending on where you're at in Lakeville, but that could be around a 35-minute commute as well. So taking 35, you could take that major road up. There'd be different options for how you get there. 62 across would be, you could take 35 to 62, up 169. There's other routes as well. 494 is another major thorough way to go through to get there as well. So lots of options if you were to choose to live in Lakeville and you were working at some of these big employers. Some of the other ones in the area as well. If you're thinking about moving to Lakeville, Minnesota, we post videos every week, so please be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out.
Yeah, 3M, it is the world headquarters, and I think if you've used it. So this one, again, it's just to the east of downtown St. Paul. It depends on the traffic. You're Minnesota, so if it's great and there's no snow and there's no rain, you can probably get there in under 45 minutes. Now, if it's snowing, probably should double it. We're just going to be real honest with you. It's not going to be fun, but it's a huge employer in the Twin Cities, and it's not too bad of a commute if the weather cooperates. Ways to get there from Lakeville, you can take 35E to 494, and then some will take that over to 52, and then up into downtown, then over to St. Paul. They might even, there's different ways you can take 494 all the way up to it's 494, 94, 694. It's kind of funny interchanges, but it'll bring you over there too.
Yeah, you can see here it's 494, then it becomes 694.
Right. It changes about right there. But it doesn't take long to learn our freeway systems because 494 loops around the Twin Cities in a big circle, so to speak. Our 94 just goes east and west of the Twin Cities. 694 also is in the northern part of the Twin Cities. So, like I said, and we have 394 as well too. But a lot of our roads in the Twin Cities are pretty easy to navigate once you get used to how they work.
So, and then just to highlight some other fun things in the area as well, that definitely might interest you if you're moving here. One convenient thing is that it is close to the airport. So the airport is right in this area. So if you're living in Lakeville, you could probably get there in 20 minutes. So really close if you want to travel for work or just for fun. That's a great option. And then right next to that would be the Mall of America, which if you're in the US, I'm sure you've heard of the Mall of America. There's still the indoor park, which is fun with the indoor rides, roller coasters, all the shopping you could possibly want. Next to that is the Water Park of America. It's now called the Great Wolf Lodge.
It was called that before, so.
Yes, IKEA. So that's another great thing that's close and convenient, about 20 minutes from Lakeville. And then over here, if you want to talk about.
Yeah, so Valley Fair it's an amusement park. So if you've been to any big one like Six Flags, it's very similar to Six Flags, which is all over the U.S. So Valley Fair, been in the Twin Cities a very, very long time. From Lakeville, I would say probably a half hour-ish maybe. Again, it's always a traffic. If you're in a metro area, it's all based on traffic. If it's a nice traffic day, and it's a weekend, it may not be so bad. If you try to go during the week, we can't guarantee it's going to be as fast as normally in the weekend. But with that said, Valley Fair is great. They have a water park on site. You can get a year-round pass. So if your kids really love it, a lot of people will get passes so their kids can go there and enjoy it every day.
They've upped their rides too. It used to not be as intense, but Great America, I think, bought it out, and they've made much more extreme rides, which it's a little bit much for me, but I do it just for the kids. Terrifies me, but it's pretty fun now.
Yeah, so there are a lot of rides. If you love rides or you like water parks, they kind of have best of both worlds. You can do both. They even have food passes now, kind of like if you go to Disney and you can buy a pass, you can pay one ticket and you can eat throughout the day, or whatever your choices are for food. So great place to visit.
And then these lakes are very popular. Lake Harriet and Lake Calhoun. They're really great. They have walking paths. There's restaurants around them. So those are really popular and a lot of fun to go check out. So definitely recommend those as another fun area to go visit. And then we also like to go down to the Stone Arch Bridge area, which is right here. It's pretty iconic. Definitely, if you've seen pictures of the Twin Cities, this one pops up pretty regularly. So there's some walking paths down there as well, and some restaurants around that area as well that we've enjoyed eating at. And it's just really there's the Mill City Ruins Park as well. So you can walk down along here. This is the walking path. And then you can go around this area as well. And then there's restaurants up here. So that's kind of another fun one to go check out a little bit more of the city feel with some history as well.
Okay, so we're going to go back to Lakeville here, because this is maybe one of those places that if you're not from Lakeville, you may or may not be aware of it, but it has so many miles of walking trails. Ritter Farm Park. We've taken our family pictures there before. It's a popular place for for other families, but also for proms, for homecoming pictures. There's even horse trails that go on and around this park. And there's, like I said, miles of trails to walk around, and it's pretty. I mean, it truly feels like you stepped out of a suburban area into a more country setting, and it's beautiful. Lots of wildlife. So
definitely, we love the parks. There's a lot of parks around Lakeville specifically, and then just around the Twin Cities as well. So we definitely spend a lot of time as a family hiking around the different parks, and it's one great thing. I think that's a feature of the Twin Cities in general, because you can be close to all the modern conveniences, but then you also have the option to kind of escape and go check out some of the more nature. Another one that we really like is Whitetail Woods Regional Park. So that one's got a lot of trails as well. Really feels more like you're out in nature. There's a natural park, and it's got a lot of just natural playground features. So it's great for the kids too. So that's another one that we like that's pretty close to Lakeville. You could probably get there in 15, 20 minutes. So
they also have the ability to rent cabins there too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's out in the middle of literally the woods, and you can rent them for the weekend, and pretty rustic, although they do look really nice inside, but they're rustic. And like I said, we've always talked about it. We've never rented a place out there.
We're going to it. This is the year.
But and there also is like an area that you can actually rent for parties, and they have like a kitchen where you can kind of set up food, and the picnic tables. It's a wonderful park.
And you have to mention too that there's an awesome sledding hill.
Oh my gosh!
It's a real serious hill.
There's no fees for this one, because you don't have to be a resident of Dakota County, but Dakota County has great parks, and this is one of those. So
it's fun. They usually have firewood available there too. So there's a fire pit, and they actually keep the bathrooms open during winter, which is kind of unusual. So it's actually a great sledding hill too for that.
And walking trails around the lake there too. So it's just if your kids are into scooters or rollerblades or bikes or whatever it is, I mean, it's a long enough path. You spend some time walking around that lake. So one of our favorites. It's close by, and also since we got the Minnesota Zoo up, we can actually highlight that too.
It's a really great zoo.
And you can get a pass. Little tip on this one: if you go twice, you should just pay for the whole year pass.
If you have a couple people in your family, it makes sense to just buy it if you're going to go 2 times a year. So, and it's a really great setup.
And we should talk about too, in the fall, they do a pumpkin feature, or I'll call it a festival, and it is unbelievable. Thousands of pumpkins carved, And we were told that they carve new pumpkins every week. Every week. And they're unbelievably carved pumpkins in this display you walk through. They shut down a part of the zoo and you walk through it and there's displays everywhere.
It's so impressive.
Yeah, you need to check it out. If you come to Minnesota either to visit or to stay permanently, you should check out the zoo during the fall time when they have the pumpkins because it's unbelievable.
So that's a wrap on our tour. Now you get the insider's perspective on what Lakeville, Minnesota actually feels like.
If any of these neighborhoods caught your eye, please reach out to us and let us know. We'd love to connect with you so we can get more information to you about these places we've shown you today.
And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on our next tour.